Hi everyone, my name is Pero Sarjewski. I'm a teacher of English as a foreign language, and I have a private language school, Pegasus English Language School in Tetovo, Macedonia. And this is my blog that I would like to walk you through, where I present most of the basic concepts behind the Digital Meets Heritage program that was introduced last academic year at our school, which promotes cultural heritage through the use of digital media. So let me show you around. Okay, so welcome to Paris site where digital meets heritage. We enter the site here. This is my mission statement where you will find more information about my background as well as the previous program that I have designed titled Digital Literacy for EFL Students, which was a finalist at the ELTS 2017 Innovation Awards in the category of local innovation. It's a program that enables a combined approach in developing ICT and EFL instructions for students who are willing to enhance or improve their language skills through the use of digital media. I'm also a 100 ambassador, member of the 100 organization, which is based in Finland and is devoted to promoting innovation in K-12 education. This is where we decided to promote our digital literacy for EFL students program, which now got selected in the 100 Global Collection of Innovative Programs for 2019. Here you can find a video which shows our presentation of our innovation at the ELTS Innovation Awards, and also a video about the European Year of Cultural Heritage, which we used as an inspiration to start introducing cultural heritage as the basis for content production for the digital outputs of our students. So let me take you around my blog a little bit. Here you will find an opportunity to subscribe, of course, but also you will find 8 blog posts which cover most of the aspects that we covered in the program. We will start with where digital meets heritage, where I explain why it is important to blend cultural heritage with the digital presentation tools in order to both preserve but also to disseminate cultural heritage to as many beneficiaries as possible in terms of students and educators who are willing to explore cultural heritage but are not able to physically go to specific places inside. The digital cultural heritage that we decided to explore is related to the resources that are available online through Google. So we're talking about Google Arts and Culture, we're talking about the British Museum with Google, and we're talking about virtual tours with Google Arts and Culture and virtual tours with Google Expedition, as well as screen recording, video editing, and social media to increase the scalability of students' impact by promoting cultural heritage with their digital outputs. So we expect to help students develop their language skills by researching and writing different types of text for their blogs and also commenting to each other. So their social networking skills are also enhanced. Their digital presentation skills are enhanced because they're expected to prepare videos that will promote the work that they have done during the course, as well as social media to further disseminate their results. What is cultural heritage? Quite a lot of people are not aware of what cultural heritage is. Thanks to some global initiatives, now we can start introducing cultural heritage as part of our educational curricula. So the 2018 Year of Cultural Heritage, promoted by the Council of the European Union, was a great inspiration for us to start introducing cultural heritage as the foundation for the content development among our students. We also decided to introduce specific digital tools in order to enhance students' understanding of the topic. Nowadays, we are not talking about the 3 R's anymore in terms of literacy. Literacy has evolved, and students are now dealing with many more skills that they have to acquire, which are known as digital literacy skills, that are the most demanded skills in the labor market of the 21st century businesses. So the digital literacy skills comprise not only of being able to use the internet well, but being able to produce quality content in English language, in our case, and to be able to promote those contents to a wider audience using various digital social networks and digital tools as well. What is cultural heritage? That was our third topic, sorry, and then I want to tell you about how we did it. First, we had to establish our virtual classroom on Edmodo. Edmodo is a virtual learning environment which is available for free, and it's a perfect tool for teachers, students, and parents to communicate, to share experiences, and to exchange digital contents for evaluation. In the process, by simplifying all these interactions, each school can easily grow to a paperless school using Edmodo or similar virtual learning environments within their educational settings. So let me show you how it works behind the stage. This is Edmodo, this is my profile, and this is my group, which I started on Edmodo, and it's called Digital Meets Heritage Group. I invited all my students using this code, and they have all been introduced to the main contents of the course through a note here, while they were invited to discuss and share their digital outputs in the main group. While in the smaller groups titled Week 1 to Week 10, they were given other specific assignments to prepare texts for their blogs and then turn them in to their teachers, to me, to be edited before they're fully published. The course is developed in a way that when students complete the task from previous week, they're being transferred to the next week. So it's a well-graded, gamified approach where students are given a chance to develop their own contents at their own pace. And this gives a great opportunity for both teachers and students to work at a much more relaxing pace in general. So, going back to our blog, why blogging? Blogging in the classroom is, and I will quote David Crystal on this one, the internet has given us 10 or 15 new styles of communication, long messages like blogging, and then short messages like texting and tweeting. I see it all as part of an expanding array of linguistic possibilities. Should we say anything more about this? Even in the Digital Literacy for EFL Students program that we started in 2015, we introduced blogging as one of the most important digital tools to enhance students' writing skills. Why educational blogging? There are many reasons why educational blogging should be introduced in schools. And according to Kathleen Morris, there are 18 reasons to do so. You can see them on this chart, but you can find out about that if you read our blog. And we decided to use Wix as the platform for our blogging because it's user-friendly, it's a drag-and-drop approach, and it's got really fantastic design templates that students loved. So this is how we set up our blogs. Then we started with the tours. We started teaching heritage with Google Arts and Culture. Google Arts and Culture is an amazing tool that enables you to guide students through various categories where they had to research about historic figures or historic events, artists or art movements, and women in culture, and prepare texts for their blog posts that they would turn in on Edmodo for editing before they publish them on their blog posts. We also organized a visit to the British Museum with Google. We used a feature called the Museum of the World, where students had to select an artifact from various cultures and various time periods. They had to explore the artifact, and then they were guided through the British Museum using a map and Google Street View, and they had to find the room where their artifact was located. As soon as they found where the artifact was located, they had to imagine that they traveled back in past and they had to reconstruct the period and the time when the artifact was created and what it was used for. They loved this VR tour, and they also loved the VR tours which were organized with Google Arts and Cultures. These were individual VR tours to different places. Students selected one of these places or locations or sites or museums. They had to explore about the museum using Wikipedia resources, and then they were given a chance to go on a VR tour, to conduct a VR tour, after which they prepared their text for their blog posts. So that was all about the Google Arts and Culture. And then we used another resource by Google, Google Expeditions VR, and we organized a Britain's Heritage Tour with Google Expeditions with our students. It's a really interesting tool and resource that teachers can use with their students. All they need is the internet connection, goggles or VR headsets for the students, smartphones, or students can bring their own devices provided that they have a gyroscope to use it with the app. And the teacher does not use goggles. The teacher is actually the guide. The application allows specific instructions and information for the teachers to read to students and pointers to guide students inside the VR tour to specific locations that are related to the information that is being shared with them. So I decided to take my students on the following locations and sites across Britain. Of course, the students had to do a quiz beforehand on Edmodo related to all these places, and if their results, after they had searched the web and they done the quiz, they were encouraged to go on the VR tour, VR expedition with Google and explore Britain's heritage in such a way. At the end, they were given specific questions that they had to use to prepare a summary that would be published onto their blog posts and shared with other students. These are their reactions to Google Expedition VR, but you have to be aware as teachers that you have to be constantly present during the activity because an adult supervision is very important, and you have to make sure students are seated and arranged in a way that they wouldn't crash into each other. Sometimes dizziness might appear, so it's nice to have students seated if such a thing happened. And it's also possible to enjoy Google Expedition on the phone without cardboard, so you can just do it just by looking at the screen. This was Discover Britain's Heritage with Google. And finally, screen recording, video editing, and social media skills. Why all these skills? Because nowadays we live in a world where digital presentation skills are becoming a must in the business world, and it's no longer specialist in one field that employers require. So the recruiters quite often would expect future employees, to have a wider set of skills, and digital presentation skills include digital media to communicate, social networks, online videos, and blogs. So this is why we decided to introduce screen recording, video editing, and social media skills as part of our digital program, Digital Meets Heritage program. So let me show you how I edit my video. So first I record. I make a screencast recording using this tool. It's called Screencast-O-Matic. And then I edit my video using Final Cut Pro, but I allow students to use a simpler tool like Filmora, for example, with the previous presentation, detailed presentation on how to use. They have to remove all those parts of the screencast video which are not necessary, so that they reduce the time of the video as well and improve the quality of the video. And eventually, as soon as they publish all their blogs together with their videos, I add the students' blogs onto my blog to be available for other interested educators or anybody who is interested to find out what students have been doing and what kind of contents they have produced during our training. So these are their blogs, and this is what it all looks like. For example, this is the blog by Maria, I think, and it's called Cultural Heritage. You can see the screencast video tour here, my expedition to British cultural heritage, amazing museums that she went, my time travel diary visiting the British Museum, a historic figure, and women in culture, artists, and places to visit. So with this, students were enabled to promote cultural heritage and improve their digital skills as well as the language skills. If you want to find out more, you can contact us here to get more information about our course and our training. Thank you very much.